should be interesting. What is it, Brooke? What is it that you have to tell me?
This marriage is a mistake.
That's it? That's the big revelation?
No. That's what you're going to realize when you hear what I have to say. So you better listen carefully. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to save my daughter's life and yours.
Bridget, are you asleep?
I was.
Sorry.
No, you're not. You live to bug me.
Well, you know what? I'm just glad you're still around to put up with it. How you feeling?
Bored.
Well, I think I have a cure for that.
Oh, more presents. Thanks. I'm getting spoiled today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This morning, Deacon made me breakfast, and then he gave me this.
A ring? Wow.
Yeah. Hey, don't do backflips or anything.
Well, what do you expect me to do, congratulate you?
Yes, I would love something along the lines of, I'm really happy for you, Bridget.
Hey, I am happy for you. I'm happy that you're out of the hospital, and I'm happy that you're feeling better.
That's the best you can do, huh?
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come over here and rag on you. I just... You know, that's not why I stopped by.
Yeah, well, if you came here to cheer me up, you're doing a pretty lousy job.
Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Now, I know you're probably not in the mood to hear this right now, but it just can't wait any longer. We have to talk about Amber and Deacon.
Look at those numbers. The fabric held up under the worst conditions.
Oh my God, Logan, this is better than I even expected.
The breakdown is virtually non-existent. No wrinkles, and it maintained its texture.
I'm gonna get the fabric from the telemetron. I want to see it.
No, it needs to dry for another hour. But we're there, Midge. We're there.
Logan. How long has it been? Phew. Another lifetime.
Mother, I thought you and Brooke buried the hatchet.
We put our differences aside, honey. That doesn't mean that we eliminated them.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. I really can't.
Well, maybe it's good that you hear it right now. I know you want us to be close, and I know that you want me to really accept her as my daughter-in-law, but that's not going to happen, and I made that very clear when you got married.
Well, then why did you come to the wedding? Why did you walk Brooke down the aisle?
Because Bridget asked me to. I did it for the children. I did it for the family, but it was not a joyous moment for me. And the fact that I did it is something I'm probably going to question the rest of my life.
Look, I know you care about Bridget and you want to make her happy, but you can't. This marriage isn't going to satisfy either one of you.
How can you be so sure about that?
Because there's only one woman who will ever satisfy you, and that's Amber. She is your destiny. Don't let her get away.
Brooke, I already told you I don't really go in for that soulmate crap.
No? Then what are we doing here? And if Amber means so little to you, why'd you fight so hard to get her back?
No, that doesn't really matter anymore. Amber and I are finished. We're done.
I don't believe that, Deacon. And neither do you. A few months ago, you told me that Rick and Amber's marriage was going to end. And you told me why. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I remember. Things change.
You said that Amber wouldn't be able to deny her feelings any longer, and sooner or later she was going to give in to her desires for you.
Well, obviously I was delusional. Because Amber's staying with Rick. She's committed to him. And I'm committed to Bridget.
Well, my daughter deserves more than just a commitment. She deserves to be loved and to be adored and to be cherished. And not with determination, but with passion.
Passion? What is it with you and this passion? Do you think relationships are just about sex?
No, this isn't about sex. The passion I'm talking about goes deeper in your soul. It aches in your heart. You know, the kind of ache that you have
Just
for Amber.
don't stop right there.
Oh, are you going to tell me that you don't think about her? You don't dream about her?
Do you know me? Do you have a crystal ball into my life, Brooke? I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Deacon, I know what you're feeling. Because I felt the same.
That's the big revelation, is that it? Brooke, do you want to tell me about your soulmate?
I'm just trying to get you to understand what's at stake here. What you share with Amber is a miracle. Not many people get to have that experience. And it doesn't just go away. No matter how hard you try or how determined you are, it will always be there. Once you find your soulmate, there's nothing else that will ever truly fulfill you.
Mother, there hasn't been any tension between you and Brooke for months. I thought you two were becoming friends.
Thorne, we will never be friends. That she's part of the family alone just upsets me. She has our family name and our company. You have to learn to deal with that. I can't even begin to think of the amount of disgrace and scandal she's brought to us.
Mother, Brooke has changed, okay? She's a different person now.
Changed? She was married to your brother, your father, and now you. And now you are the stepfather to your half-brother and sister. I mean, that's mind-boggling. Who's responsible for that?
We can't blame her for every problem that we've had.
How many marriages has she ruined? Yours and mine. How many years has she spent chasing Ridge?
God, why can't you just let this go, huh? Mother, look at Brooke now. She's not causing any trouble, and she's not chasing after anyone. You want to know why? Because she loves me. Because Brooke found what she was looking for the day that she married me. Mother, we're happy, you know? And I just wish you could take some pleasure in that.
I wish I could too. But she's hurt me too deeply. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that someday that's exactly what she's going to do to you.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, okay?
Honey, she was married to your father for a long time. They had 2 children. He thought they were happy too.
You know what? That's enough, right? I don't know where this is coming from, but I want it to stop.
Hey, what's going on here?
You can't ignore the past, honey. The past is what makes us what we are.
No, Mother. The past shows us who we were and how far we've come. And obviously, my wife has come a lot farther than you.
You want to talk about Amber and Deacon?
We can't avoid it forever.
Well, there's nothing to say, Rick. It's over.
I know that's what Deacon told you.
Yeah, and I have a ring to prove it.
So you don't buy any of that stuff Mom's been saying about Amber and Deacon being soulmates?
No, and neither does Deacon.
Well, what does he say?
Well, he thinks it's ridiculous, which it is, right? I mean, obviously Mom was just trying to cause trouble between us.
I'm not so sure.
You don't think it's true?
Well, not entirely, but, you know, I don't think Mom is completely off base either. Amber and Deacon live together. They share a son. They do have a connection.
They did have a connection. But you and Amber are raising little Eric now.
It's not just the baby, Bridget. Look, we have to be realistic. All right, we can't just bury our heads in the sand and pretend there's nothing to it. The fact is, Amber and Deacon have a past, and we have to accept that. And we have to deal with it.
I can't believe that you're still holding on to this grudge.
It isn't a grudge.
Oh, yes, it is, Mother. This is about Dad. You're never going to forgive Brooke for marrying him.
She used him. She used him. She seduced him. She got herself pregnant, and then she threw him away. And if you think that she isn't capable of doing that to you, you're a fool.
Okay,
No, Mother, she's not going to throw me away.
Calm down.
She's not, because she loves me, and she is 100% totally committed to me. And I wouldn't have married her if I would have thought otherwise.
The only person in this world that Brooke Logan is committed to is herself.
You know what? This conversation is over. Jeez.
And I gotta tell you, Brooke, I really do enjoy these little get-to-know-your-mother-in-law sessions, because now I can see where Bridget gets all of her romantic ideas from. It's from you.
I'm serious, Deacon. There are people in this world that are so compatible, so incredibly in sync, that they are bound to each other.
I'm sure there are. I believe that. I just named one of them, and neither's Amber. We moved on. We're married to other people, Brooke.
Well, that doesn't change what you are to each other. It never will. Believe me, I have been in love time and time again, but there's only one man for me. Yes, I have been content in my other marriages, but in my heart, I always felt like there was something missing. And I don't want Bridget to go through that.
Look, I'm not gonna hurt her.
Well, I'm sure you don't want to hurt her. I didn't want to hurt my children when I went through a
Who
divorce.
said anything about divorce?
Why? Because you've had a change of heart? You developed feelings for her?
Yeah, I have developed feelings for her.
Deacon, that is not good enough. It'll never be good enough. Look, this passion that you feel for Amber can't be replaced by admiration and respect. It's always going to be there, no matter what you do.
Great. So what are you telling me? I'm just doomed?
No. You're blessed.
Rick, our marriages are fine.
I just want to make sure they stay that way.
So now you want me and Deacon to stay together?
I want you to be happy.
I am. I am happy.
You're not worried about Amber at all?
Are you?
No, I'm not worried, but I'm not overly confident either. Look, I've been married before. Okay, I know that it can get tough, and if you're not totally secure when it does, that's when the problems start.
Yeah, but I think Deacon and I have already been through the tough stuff.
There'll be more. Look, I'm just being straight with you, Budge. All right, Amber and I already totally blew it once before. We started to doubt each other, we stopped communicating, and our relationship broke down. I don't want to see that happen again to either of us. So if you have any doubts about Deacon, now is the time to address them. Just listen to your instincts. Don't tell yourself you're imagining things. And if it's something that you can't talk about with him, talk to someone.
You think something's gonna happen, don't you?
No, I don't. But I think we should be aware that something could.
But it won't.
No, because Amber's not interested in Deacon.
Right, and he's not interested in her anymore.
But if you ever thought that he was,
You'd be the first person I'd tell.
Well, I don't have to ask what that was about, do I?
I told you, brother, I did not want to discuss Brooke, but he kept pushing me.
Mother, Thorne is all right. He and Brooke are doing fine. Why can't you just let that go?
I didn't start the argument.
What did you think was gonna happen, though? Up until a few minutes ago, he was totally convinced you and Brooke were getting along fine.
I have been civil and polite to her because of your brother, but that doesn't mean that I have to change my opinion.
Well, maybe you should have just kept your opinion to yourself.
I could have said a lot more things about your Logan.
What the hell does that mean?
What do you think it means?
Oh, please, don't tell me. Do not tell me you think Brooke still has feelings for me. Mother, that is ancient history now. Brooke is committed to Thorne, and you know that. Why did you let this go? What are you doing this for?
Because I'm worried about him. I'm really worried. He's such an intelligent, kind, caring person, and he's got blinders on when it comes to her. He's just put all his faith in her. He really believes in the marriage, and that scares me.
But why?
Because I know what she's capable of. I know what she's done. And I just pray that I'm wrong, but I'm just worried that one of these days she's going to do the same thing to your brother.
I'm blessed.
Yes. You have a gift, a very rare and wonderful gift that most people only dream about.
I know, I'm married to her.
You know I'm not talking about Bridget. Come on, Deacon. You have an opportunity here. An opportunity to be with the one person that makes your life make sense. Someone that you're willing to sacrifice everything for, to risk everything. And that's what you did for Amber. You were willing to give up little Eric and stay with somebody that you don't love in order to keep Amber in your life.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out, did it? You know, it might not be very romantic, Brooke, but I think I'd rather try and have a good life with Bridget than spend the rest of my life pining away for something that there's just no chance of it happening.
Sure, you can give up. You can stay with somebody that you know is going to be safe and secure, but why would you want to do that? Once you experience that kind of fire, the fire that you have with Amber, it will burn inside of you forever. Now you marry Amber and it will inspire and enrich your lives together. You stay with Bridget and it will only burn in your gut and remind you of everything that you have missing in your life. You think that's the right thing to do? Well, it isn't. It isn't right for Bridget. It isn't right for you. I want so much more for my daughter. I want her to be with a man that will fulfill her completely. The feelings you have for your soulmate, they never diminish. You know, to this day, I wake up every morning thinking about him. And I go to bed every night thinking about him. And my happiest moments are not complete until I share them with him. And his strength and his courage, they help me. They get me through my hard times. No one, Deacon, no one will ever replace this man in my heart. And no one will ever replace Amber in your heart. And don't you dare try to deny those feelings, because I know that's how you feel. I know it's true because that's the way I feel about Ridge.
Ridge? Wait a second. I thought that you were talking about Thorne, your soulmate. The man that you love is Ridge.
Coming soon to the bold and the beautiful.
You want Ridge, but you settled for Thorne. You're talking about the great love of your life.
You can't breathe a word of this to anybody.
Tell Deacon it's me you want, not Rich.
Now, what happens next is everything.